and 8th called Break Bread, Smash Stigma. Casey House very gratefully has teamed up with Canada's largest independent agency, Ben Simon Byrne, to launch June's, an HIV positive eatery. This event is obviously named after our founder, June Colwood, and Matt is going to lead a team of cooks, all of whom are HIV positive, to create a culinary feast and challenge us to have a real conversation about HIV and stigma. It's now my real pleasure to introduce our head chef, whose level of awareness, strong presence in the Toronto food community, and certainly authentic passion for this cause makes him a natural fit for this initiative. Please welcome Chef Matt Vasili.
Thank you, Joanne. That hug was so warm. Oh, just, oh. And today is really just another Wednesday for me, speaking on the same podium as the Premier and the Mayor. So obviously this is just a walk in the park. Anyways, well, thank you again for coming out, and it's an honor to be here. As a young food entrepreneur in the city that I call my home, I was born and raised here in Toronto. I'm presented with opportunities all the time. You know, Matt, would you like to open up another restaurant? Or Matt, would you like to open up another food truck? And just like in any business case, you review the documents, you go through it with your team, and you talk it over, you weigh the pros and the cons, and you decide to proceed or not. This was not that at all. I was approached by the Casey House and the great team at Ben Simon Byrne. They were like, Matt, we have a message, and we want to share that message through a meal. And will you help lead that team? And I was honored on the spot. It was an automatic yes. And unfortunately, my business partner couldn't be here today, but I have to credit her. When I first met her 6.5 years ago, she was so full of knowledge of harm reduction and public health and HIV positive and AIDS awareness that today I'm not agreeing to do this as an individual, but our entire team as a company has embraced this message. We're ready to work with this community and answer some questions. And I think one of the most important questions today is, would you eat a meal cooked by an HIV positive chef? The reality is HIV can't be transmitted through food, but the long arm of HIV stigma can even reach well-meaning, educated people. Many of us profess to have a basic understanding of what HIV is, but even then we still harbor irrational fears about how HIV is spread. Sure, I mean, we know we can't contract HIV through a hug, but what about sharing a meal? What about having a meal cooked by someone who's HIV positive? According to the Casey House Smash Stigma study, only half of Canadians, half of Canada, would knowingly share food or eat food prepared by someone who is HIV positive. And it's 2017. This event will proudly be promoted as a pop-up HIV positive eatery starting today. I'm honored to lead the team behind June's. Will people welcome this eatery with open arms? Are they going to question what we're doing? Will there be criticism? Will there be love and embracement? Will we have a conversation? I hope there's a discussion to be had, and I hope it'll expose the stigma around HIV and AIDS that still exists today. We will use this wonderful event to help educate people that you cannot contract HIV through food preparation. We will bring people together and inspire conversation not only around the stigma that people living with HIV still experience, but the importance that food security and nutrition play in the lives of people living with AIDS. As an Italian Canadian, I couldn't agree more with this. I mean, spaghetti and meatballs go a long way, I'm just saying, you know? I am proud to help bring the vision of June's to life. It's been an honor to get to know the chefs, Joanne and your team, members of Ben Simon Byrne, everybody. We've developed a menu, we've started training, we've started cooking, we've shared stories. And when I first met everyone, the initial response was that, oh, I can't cook. And then it was like, well, it's not about that. It's, do you love food? Because I can teach you the rest. I need to know that you're passionate about what we're about to do. And that was a resounding yes. June's will be open from November 7th and 8th on Queen West, where I also have my own restaurant. And I look forward to 2 nights of great food, conversation, and breaking down barriers related to HIV and AIDS. I hope to see you all there. I would now like to welcome Leighton McDonald, Board of Chair of KC House, to the stage to close today's ceremony. Thank you so much, everyone.